Once you are rich to African people, no matter what else, no matter how dangerous you are to them, once you are rich, that is it. Once you have money, they lose their minds. They begin to watch, because they believe that you have solved some kind of riddle. When African people don't know that money is the most easy thing to get in this world, because it is worthless.
You see, there's this thing I always hear from Africa. There was a time when former governor of Oyo State, Ajimobi, passed. Some people said, oh, he was responsible for shutting down of Lautech, and he was even arrogant about it, that to hell with him. And some people replied that, no, you don't talk ill of the dead, is un-African. And then I want to relate it to what, the Queen was yet to die. She was still in sick bed when Professor
We
Uju
don't talk ill
let me land.
Africans.
Let me just land.
We talk ill
Let
of
me
traitors.
just land.
These are traitors. Okay, go
Let me
on.
just land, Chill. So when she said she even wishes the Queen excruciating pain even till death, that was even before the Queen even passed, And after she passed, a lot of people are still unapologetic about saying, die again, And then some Africans brought this thing up again, like it's un-African to speak ill of the dead. The dead is already dead. Let them go and face their judgment and all that. I just want to comment on don't speak ill of the dead in relation to wishing them even dying again.
Akutuku elono is a Yoruba adage that is reserved for the deepest of traitors. Akutuku elono. For anybody to say that Africans say don't speak of the dead, they don't understand the dead that we mean. The dead that we mean are the prodigious ones, the good people. I want to die. That you go and you come back. Okay, Omoluabinye. We won't speak, you don't speak ill of the dead, Omoluab, not of the traitors. Akutuku elono. The traitors must be. This is what we have lost as African people. Our ability to have some self-respect in the face of treachery. So we see all these traitors that are destroying our country. Yeah, they are traitors. When you work with other people to marginalize your own people, that is treachery. Now I'll give you this. I always give people this story. Norman Finkelstein and Noam Chomsky. These are some of the most brilliant men in the world today. They are Jews, but they do not support the Jewish occupation of Palestine. And they are vocal about it. For that reason alone, the establishment in Israel sees them as traitors and treats them as such. Noam Chomsky is one of my own personal heroes. And what he's standing for is the right thing. But it is the right thing that go against his own people's thing. They turn back on him. We are telling our own people the right thing.
Well, this is actually,
if we are saying that we cannot speak ill of the dead, we are not talking about those people that beheaded our ancestors and called them savages and treated them like monkeys and put them in cages and put them in chains and threw them into the ocean while they were bound. That commodified their existence, that turned them to nothing but cargo, that removed their humanity, that stripped us of our spirituality, our identity, our culture, of our resources, of our well-being. I keep telling people, until we encounter this system, there were no homeless people in Africa. When people are saying to me, what African, there was slavery in Africa before Igbo came. Igbo people just continue the slavery of Africa. Like, people are so ahistorical. They don't understand history. There's always been conflict in humanity. Men must fight. And if except you are a stupid black man that believes the Igbo that story that African people are not really men, then that's why you think that African people will not fight themselves. So we fight ourselves in Africa just like anybody fight themselves in the world. Men fight. Violence. Are you there, Shegun? Your video don't disappear.
I'm with you. I can hear you. It's just, but I can hear
Okay.
you. Please go on. I'm trying to change the camera.
Violence is one of the attributes
Yes.
of humanity. You understand? Every animal in this world, right,
Yes.
has aggression. All animals have aggression, but only human beings are violent. And chimpanzees. Only human beings and chimpanzees are violent. Because violence is targeted aggression. We are the only ones with the mind, with the brain to target our aggression. Aggression for other animals is a reaction to something, you know. So usually the aggression kicks in. Only human being will go in house, go plan. So men must fight, and when you fight, you lose, you become slave to the other people. This slavery doesn't mean that your children too will become slaves. It is more like a second-class citizen. Because you are an outsider that is being assimilated. But as soon as you give birth to your children are full citizens. And Africans were not whipping people in the farm to work by force, say they are slaves. They were not crucifying people. We were not beheading our brothers and sisters because they are slaves, cutting off their prick and cutting off their leg, padlocking their mouth together. African people were not doing those kind of things. You know, when padlocking people mouth together, chaining their ear, chaining their... So I don't get the whole point when they say Africans were doing it to themselves. You know, so this is a historical...
Many people are actually concerned about the impact this is going to have on Africa from their colonial masters in Europe. What Professor Uju said, for instance, including what you're saying, and you know, a lot of people are beginning to say, "Me, I no follow deals, so that they no go deny me visa and all of that." You know, a lot of people believe there's going to be a backlash on Africa, on Nigerians, and on a lot of people who take the same position as Professor Uju. What do you think about this? Do you think there's going to be backlash, and what do you think Africans or Nigerians should begin to do from here?
Backlash about what?
You know, Jeff Bezos highlighted, you know, he highlighted Professor Uju's act among several others. And a lot of people feel, oh, you are going to bring misfortune upon us. They are going to penalize us.
Let me put it to you. Let me ask this question to the Jeff Bezos, the Africans and the Jeff Bezos. If Jewish people say that they wish Hitler excruciating pain while he dies, will anybody go and give them backlash?
Oh,
Hitler only killed 6 million Jews. Do you know how many Africans were murdered by this crown?
I'm not sure it's accounted for. There were just a few estimations here and there. It's not totally accounted for.
Exactly. So for me, personally, really deeply personally, I feel everybody just needs to shut the fuck up.